Welcome to the Autumn Gold Curling Classic here in the A final. Team Gim against Team Ha, two teams that are heading to the Grand Slam in Nisku next week. I'm Kayla Skurlik, the Autumn Gold treasurer, and we're here with Kyler Kleibrink.
Should be a good game tonight.
Yeah.
Both top 15 in the world.
Yep. Yeah, they both have had pretty good seasons as well so far. Team Gim is the team to represent Korea in the Olympics. They, I believe, played that event in August or September and just beat out Team Kim in that to win. It's quite good competition in Korea to go to the Olympics this year, so a little bit comfortable now. They get to just play out the rest of the season preparing.
Sorry, which team won?
Team Gim. Yep. Yeah, and it's a pretty open end here to start. I think we've been seeing that quite a bit. Maybe prepping for the slam where there's only one blank.
Making sure they use their one blank.
Exactly. That's the new force. Once you only have one blank, you can just throw it in the rings and someone's going to have to take a point. We already saw in the other A final, Reese Hansen is our first qualification of the event out of the A, just beating out, who was it again? Team Brown, who has had a dominant performance here in the last couple weeks as well. Curling a little bit early for them, first end. I think it's going to stick around. No harm, no foul.
I won't mention Blanksville tonight.
Chelsea and Brad last night said that if anything goes to Blanksville, you have to down the rest of your wine.
Ooh.
Luckily, it's the first end.
Let's maybe say this end doesn't count.
Chickening out already. Yeah. Unfortunately, these games are turning into more like 7-end games or 6-end games.
Yeah.
Which
Not
is
too much you can do as the team with hammer when they toss it in. You can throw a corner, but
yeah, pretty bold.
it's usually on the team that throws first to choose to throw a guard or put it in the rings.
Yeah, I agree. And you'll see them put it in the rings again.
I see a broom tap out front.
That'd be great. We did get a mistake from Team Gim early. Their first rock was supposed to be a centerline guard. They just slipped into the rings there. So normally they aren't the team to blank out the first end. So looks like we'll see some action.
Let's see if we get a come around or a rip. Looks like we are downing our wines.
Yeah, both. We might see an overcurl here, but it looks pretty good from my end.
Ooh, a little roll to the corner. Well, almost out.
Pretty good
And
sweep.
It's out. Yep.
I don't know if we'll see another guard. It doesn't look like it. I think it'll be in the rings now. It's too late in the end. Just while we're watching this end play out, which I'm 99.9% sure will be a blank, I'll let everyone know what's going on the other games and the other sheets right now. This is our A final. The rest of the teams are in the B or the C event with 1 or 2 lives left. We have Team Constantini playing Team Ueno, Yoshimura playing Team Macmillan, 2 Alberta teams with Scoffin and Selkirk playing against each other, and then Kui and Daejeon, 2 Alberta teams as well, playing on the ice right now.
So do you want to tell us a little bit about the Autumn Gold, Kayla? The purse, the amount of teams, I don't know, any fun facts?
Fun facts. Yeah, I think Autumn Gold has been going on 45 plus years. I think we're in our 49th or 48th year of running.
Wow.
Used to be considered on the women's side of Slam before we were invited to play with the men in the official Grand Slam of curling, but luckily we have that invite now. So still a really strong event though. We have 9 out of the 16 Slam teams here with us today playing in the event. You'll see Team Taranzoni, of course Team Gim and Team Ha as well playing here, and then going straight to Nisku on Monday for the Slam. Yeah, the field is one of the best we've seen in the since I've been on the board for the past 5 years. And I think it's a testament to the great ice conditions Mike puts in here in Okotoks. We moved locations this year, and we're seeing some of the best ice I've seen this season so far with Mike and his crew. And I haven't heard too many complaints. And maybe people are just not bold enough to complain to me and Mike and the team, but it looks pretty good out there right now, and it'll be a good gear up for the Slam for these teams.
Absolutely. If you could pick hog to hog speed, ideally, what would you pick?
God, really depends. Sometimes I'd pick if I was drawing for the win at the Olympic trials, I'd pick like 13 seconds. Get Ashton to pound it the whole way and just bomb it. But 14.5 I think really
and
is
I
a
think
really
we're
good
around
speed.
that this weekend here at Okotoks. We'll time a couple rocks, but
Yeah. Yeah, I would say in these games, we're getting the stopwatch out. These games, I think it's in really good spots. It's around 15 to the tee and still kept its curl. So,
very nice.
yeah.
Mike Libis, the head ice maker, always making good ice. He's done the provincials the last few years, I think.
Yeah, and he's coming back to do the provincials in Okotoks this year as well.
That'll be a men's and ladies event, mixed. Not mixed, but running at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, with the Olympics this year, I think a lot of provincials will be running their men's and women's at the same time. And Kyler, are you planning to play in that provincials?
We are going to try to make it in somehow, yep.
Yeah, tell me about your team. Our team is blessed with the fact that we don't have to play Alberta provincials this year, and no complaints from me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm playing with Darren Molding this season. We're only playing a few events, so we'll have to do well to try to make it into the provincial on points. Otherwise, we'll be heading off to Brooks for a qualifier.
That's
Hopefully
fair.
Win through that if we can.
You already have one event win under your belt, so
Yep.
I'm not too worried. On, I think, Mike Libis's ice, so not terrible back in Airdrie.
Yeah. Really good.
Yeah.
Airdrie was curling quite a bit last weekend. It was very nice. Curling a bit more than this.
It's fair. You throw them to curl a bit more than this as well, so. Luckily, I've seen you throw.
My intern gets going pretty good.
Yeah, so does mine. No mistake there, just a nose hit. And we're down to final rocks. A nice quick end at least.
The viewers will all come back in about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
They're just making a wine and a charcuterie board right now while this end plays out.
Honestly, for the best, it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Just put it on in the background
Yeah.
to your family dinner whenever you want to stop talking politics or something with your grandpa.
Yeah. This looks good.
Yep, no mistake there at all. Team Gim this year, they had a bit, and I'll say this lightly because they were still in the slams through the whole thing, but they had a bit of a blimp last year and didn't qualify in as many events as they were sort of expected to. Team Kim edged above them in the Korean standings last year, but no mistakes this year. They're ranked 3rd in the world, already have the Korean National Curling Championships under their belt with a win, and they've placed 3rd and 2nd so far this season and qualified in every single event they've entered.
Very nice.
Yeah.
How many events does it say?
This is their 6th of the year so far.
Wowzers.
Yeah. And we'll go to break here. All right, and we're back in the second end of curling. We should see a centerline guard. I'd be shocked to not see one this end and have a few rocks in play. Both teams aren't known for playing defensive, so hoping there's more rocks in the later ends at the very least of this game.
At least if they do go in this end, people like to score in the even end, so they might throw a corner as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an easy way to force to a corner if you throw it in. But looks like we will see a guard here. Tyler, we're being told you need to speak up, so you might need to turn up your mic.
Okay. Check.
Okay, try now, Kyler.
Hello, everybody.
Yep, sounds the same to me, so hopefully it's better online. I think so. If not, we'll get complaints. It'll be fine. So here we go. We're seeing a corner.
Please send all complaints to Kayla Skrillick.
Yeah. My phone number's around everywhere with all the committees and my work emails around, so everyone has it. Might as well just text me.
So very, very tight and wide corner guard there. Little bit of a miss, but still could come into play.
Yeah, weirdly, these teams like the really wide corner guards, really tight. Yeah, they're both Team Gim and Team Ha. They're ranked 3rd and 4th in the world, so they're great at a lot of shots, but they're quite good at playing the chase around the guards, so they don't mind having tight guards at all. If they don't, I think Gim will just chase it, so probably more of a strategy thing. They've played each other a lot over the years and just know each other super well.
Both teams really good sweeping, and these Korean teams tend to sweep faster. Maybe a little less pressure, but they sweep really fast.
Yeah. Yeah, there's sort of 2 ways to sweep. Chelsea was mentioning this last night, but you can either put a lot of pressure on the broom, and women definitely have the disadvantage on that just in the long run, and especially if you're sort of shorter and don't have those broad shoulders. So you could also just go really fast.
Yeah.
And that's what most of our Asian teams have decided to do in Japan and Korea, and you'll see in China too. They just try to sweep as fast as they can, and it seems to work out really well.
Just coming around this wide corner, trying to get fully buried.
Yeah. It looks really, really good.
Yeah, very nice.
Just not shot.
So we'll see what Gim decides to do here. Looks like she signaled to come to the button.
Which is a good shot call. I don't think there's much else unless you want to freeze on the one in the corner there. Not that it's time to do that.
Yeah, very good hitting teams too, so they're comfortable with the corner run back probably.
Yeah, they definitely are.
So this is going to slide a bit deep. Still going to force play to the center, but pretty deep. And it does
I think it's not
third
shot, yeah.
So bit of a mistake there for sure. Won't limit that side yellow.
No, a little bit of a miss.
So now Ha has a few options. They could come around the center, they could peel the center, they could come around the corner again. So a bit of a, they kind of decide how the end goes here now.
Yeah. We're seeing this hidden roll on the centerline guard quite a bit in the women's play. Come with less weight, like a control weight hidden roll instead. They're playing it with peel, and there's no doubt they'll make contact and roll, but it's way easier to control when you throw a bit less weight. So that's sort of the latest movement we've been seeing on the women's side. This looks pretty good though. Oh, just missed.
Just a centimeter off there. Would have made the roll and the run back if it was just a centimeter more curl.
Yeah. Just swept it the whole way. So.
Yeah, bit of a miscue there.
Yeah. We'll see if Team Gim wants to replace the guard here. Their rocks aren't set up that great, so it's a bit bold if they end up throwing the guard, but it's early in the end still.
Yeah, this guard placement is super important. You don't want to show the right side of that red so they can hit and roll behind the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
Or what are they throwing?
They're throwing a run.
Not throwing the guard.
And it's moving. This is just a straight peel.
Straight peel.
Yeah.
I wonder if they were trying the same sort of hit and roll to the center and
They
just
definitely
undercurled.
were. Yeah.
So that'll take a lot of risk off for Team Gim.
You'll notice the difference between Mike's ice and the slam ice is out there in the weeds. The slam ice will run pretty straight, if not fall back, whereas Mike seems to get still a bit of curl. I don't mind the curl when I play out there in the weeds, but trick them a little bit. Still a hard hit to sit two here.
Yeah.
They're just playing a hidden roll, and I don't think there's much mistake here.
Very nice shot to sit two.
Really nice shot. There's a double, but great to be sitting two.
We'll see how quickly this turns into a blank.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't, but you never know.
But get your wine ready.
Yeah. We're definitely doing it this time. All bets are on the table.
One of us has to drive, so. Looks really close though. If nothing else, they'll roll over. No
Very nice
mistake
double.
there. We'll see if they decide to make a double back or just freeze. Looks like I won't have to be chugging my wine if they just freeze on this one, which I'm relieved to find out. Go Team Ha. Thanks for that. There's a little bit of hesitation in the hack, though, with this, and you'll notice maybe later on in the ends with Team Gim and Team Ha, they definitely talk through all their strategy as a team. Sometimes you'll see Skips sort of take the lead on most strategy calls, and that's not really the case with either of these teams. When there's a hard call to make or something that switches the end around, you'll find all four members of the team talking it out.
I wonder with no time clocks if they meet more or if they meet the same amount even when they're on time clocks.
They are really efficient in the hack when they need to be. They meet. Speaking as someone who's played both, they definitely talk through everything and just are their front end team. Man, can they throw rocks fast.
This has to move over there.
Yeah. Looks a bit heavy, which has been the misses from both teams, but they let it go completely. Perfect line, just that little bit heavy. It's still jammed though.
Yeah, gotta be careful for sure.
I'm not sure if Team Gim cares too much about the jam if they stick around for 3. But
They're definitely looking at it. It's just
pretty automatic.
얘가 뒤에 있어. 얘가 앞에 있어. 자. 근데 잠깐만. 어머.
Still though, low chance of a blank
yeah.
right now.
Let's not set up a triple here.
Or if they do, jam.
Yeah.
Curling right over the hand though. Has a ways to move.
Really has to go. And she's gonna clip it.
No
just
jam.
out.
Easy.
Yes.
Just like we called.
So,
Sweepers made that one for her.
yeah. Now she's freezing again, so Blanksville's in the rear view for now.
Yeah, which is good. Choked up the ice just a hair. So even if she is a little bit heavy, it should be able to be a good shot. Just an over adjustment there. Through the first one a bit heavy and then the next one a shade light. I don't know if they got shot rock. Dead-Eye Deb definitely thinks it's the red. And I trust her with my life actually, so we'll have to go down to Team Gim and just let them know that it's definitely red. They're gonna freeze anyway, not a bad call. Regardless of who shot there. If they get shot on this one, Team Ha's gonna have a hard time removing it.
Yeah, definitely. If you tap it a hair, you'll be sitting 3.
Yeah.
Just as long as you don't tap it on the nose.
프리즈예요? 아니 옆으로. 옆으로. 그냥 1, 2번 만들면 되는 거야. 아, 오케이. 우리 저기 수직계 저거야. 2번? 맞아. 계속 썼어.
Taking the same ice as Team Ha here. That's the comfortable thing about when you're part of the same program. Don't even have to think. You guys all sort of throw out the same, so you can just take the same ice.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen so much in Canada.
And it's really hard to keep up with all the team changes, but I wonder how many of these ladies have played on the same team, or how long they've known each other.
Yeah. I will do some research on that. I think Team Ha's a little bit younger. So I don't know if any of them have played with each other.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But it makes you wonder how many practice games they played this summer against each other.
Yes. I would say a lot. Came up a bit short there, so now we have the opportunity to play some bets.
Looks like,
If anything else, I think yellow's at least second shot.
yeah, so they're gonna nose this, and Dead-Eye Deb says yellow second shot, so if they nose this, we'll be sitting 2 here.
Yeah. Yeah, Yeah, I don't think any of these team members have played together between Team Ha and Team Gim. Team Gim, I think, has held the same lineup for quite a few years now, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, why change a good thing, I guess.
Yeah. Third in the world.
Yeah.
So not much room to roll here. Need nose or just off.
And they're going out of the hand, but it looks pretty good, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just checked out last year's rankings. Team Gim dropped to 6th in the world, so they had a really rough season.
Oh, yeah.
And then Team Ha was 10th, so yeah, still top teams in the world here.
Yeah, and they really do put in the effort, and they go weeks early to events to practice. And
Yeah, that's Mike and I were just talking about that on one of the other live streams. Both of these teams were here a full week early to practice, and along with a lot of the European teams as well, were here. Could just be because the Slam is here, want to get sort of acclimatized to the time zone and everything, but both of these teams tour a lot.
yeah. Hard right out of the hand here.
Only one super now. I think it's not terrible. Maybe roll a hair. Still gonna stick around for at least for a shot. Team Gim last year played 13 events
Wow.
on the tour.
What was their record? Does it say?
They qualified and everything. Yeah.
Because I know Homan's record was 91 and 10 last year. So what is? Does it say at the bottom?
Yeah, it should somewhere. Let me see. No, it doesn't say right now. For either teams, what they're actually. Oh, here it is.
52 and 37. So
For Team Ha, and then for Team Gim, it was 67,
and
32.
Similar amount of games.
Both around 100.
Yeah.
100 games a year.
So I guess our Homan is comparable at 100 games.
Yeah. We also played around 100 games last year as well.
That is a lot of, let's call it 2 hours a game.
This is over curling. I don't know if they're going to stick around. Let's see here. No mistake. I think it is 2. We might see a measure, but
Nope.
Nope, 2.
They just asked Deb and then.
Yeah. All right, and we're back in the third end. Team Ha picked up 2 there. Sort of a surprise too. We saw a couple of mistakes that we don't see from Gim normally in that end. And we're gonna see rock right in the forefoot here. Team Ha's playing quite defensive, at least by my standards for them usually.
So a fun fact from Megan Edwards, Team Gim has won this event 3 times.
They have. They're the only team actually to have three-peated.
Wow.
So to win 3 times, I believe, in a row.
Wowzers.
Yeah. Yeah, they were dominant.
Do you know if that is it still alive? Like, could they go 4 in a row, or did they not win last year?
No, they won last year. They could
Okay.
go 4 in a row.
They could go 4 in a row.
Yep. I think every single year they won a different route as well.
Oh, wow.
The A, the B, and the C.
Trying to go the A again here.
Yeah, everyone wants to go the A. When you play 100 games a season, it's not bad to play 99 and go through the A,
Yep.
you know?
They get a Sunday off.
Yeah.
Even though we're going to be going through a snowstorm here.
Yeah, true. They don't want to drive tomorrow.
They might rather be on the ice.
Yeah. No, team, it's a real testament to how in shape these players are to play that many games in a row. I haven't seen too many injuries with either team. They mostly keep the same lineup. I know Team Ha runs a 5-man roster, so a little bit more.
5 women, Kayla.
5
Come
women,
on.
sorry.
Come on.
Sorry, 5-woman roster. So a little bit less prone to injury, have a little bit more fail-safe, but I think Team Gim is just their core 4. A little bit of a mistake here. Team Ha went in the rings. I think they were calling a centerline guard. We've seen this mistake a little bit. I don't know if the ice is speeding up or just slicker than both teams realize. Team Gim doesn't care at all. They're going around their corner.
We'll give Team Ha the choice to guard again or try to dig this out or freeze on it.
Yeah. If it's perfect, I don't think they'll dig it out.
Yeah, it's looking pretty perfect.
It is looking pretty perfect.
So they are going to throw the center, which I completely agree with. Bunging up the center these days is the best defense against a 3 in this 5-rock era.
Yeah.
Sometimes it does backfire if you don't place this guard perfectly, they can hit and roll off one of your yellows. But
Yeah, and both teams are just so strong at the run back. They'll I can't see Gim not running back this rock that they throw and making contact. So we will see. If nothing else, it's going to stuff their corner guard.
yeah, you want to try to run these back and not touch any of your stuff on the corner. Or if they think there's room, they could hit and roll off maybe the top 12 one.
Yeah. We could see a hit and roll just straight up off of the guard for now. Stack the corners, but I think it'll be a run.
Yeah. Just planning out how not to hit their reds. Pretty simple. Like, a lot of the time it does go onto your own red there behind the corner, which would be disaster for setting up the end.
That red, although completely buried, just is a bit too deep.
Yeah.
It was a bit higher. I think I jinxed them, honestly. Normally they make contact on this. Whenever I play them, they make contact on this. So.
So under curls by another millimeter again and just rolls a bit too far for a corner. And Ha is going to stop throwing centers and start ripping these corner ones.
Yeah. They might have noticed the double jams there, so a little bit safe. We'll maybe take a couple rocks to get a deuce set up again if they rip.
If they could roll to the center perfectly, that would be good.
Yeah. We're seeing curl right away.
Oh.
This looks a bit dangerous.
And it
It's
is
not
not going to
terrible.
harm them.
Yeah.
It worked out just well enough.
Yeah. Pretty scary though.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Definitely probably trying to hit the other side of the rock there.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to see Team Gim throw a double, I think, and maybe try to blank out this end. Which is terrible for me because you're on your last leg of your glass of wine, so I don't think you're going to hurt too bad, but I have almost a full glass.
She rolls pretty far behind those corners. It might not be bad.
I think that's the call as well. That's what they're trying. Not too heavy a weight, but I think both teams are just getting a little bit tricked with how much it's running. They're curling out of the hand a lot of the time.
Yeah, another under curl.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's not a dig at Mike's ice at all. You'll see if you throw a little bit heavier weight on almost all good ice conditions with this curl, the rock just won't break in time.
You'll also see as the week goes on, the rocks will dull up, and every set of rocks kind of dulls up at a different rate, and they might not have played last draw, I don't know, and they could have straightened out a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, and ends 3 and 4 are normally the speediest. The ice is really worn in. These teams are great sweepers, which I know we've mentioned before, so there's not a lot of frost left on the ice at this point in the game for the Rocks to grab.
Yeah. So that's going to set up a double, and
yeah. Yeah, pretty easy double. Hit it anywhere low, or depending on the turn, maybe, high. But looks like it's going to be a blank. They're not even going to roll to behind their corner guards, so it's going to be hard to score this end.
Yeah.
This is a good example, though, of how a blank turns up when maybe it isn't a boring end. There were guards and a lot of rocks in play, and these teams are just such good hitters that a blank just naturally will come up when they don't like the angles that they're seeing. Maybe we see a miss on Leeds rocks or something.
Yeah. Definitely lots of guards thrown. Little miss there.
Yeah.
Missed the double.
Yeah, a blessing for me, but sad for Team Gam. I'm shocked to see Team Ha not split the rings a little bit more here. They end up calling that. They're going to leave a double with anything over on that side.
Yeah, the risk of going to the far left is Team Gim could hit and roll behind those corners.
Yeah, I agree.
They still can from the center. It's just, harder.
Yeah. They're going to go to the center. So we should see another double attempt from Team Gim.
If any of our Korean viewers, what time is it over there? I'm wondering. My guess is something like 1 in the morning. So, good. Or no, 1 p.m. tomorrow probably.
Oh, so
daytime. Yeah.
It's all good. Yeah, Team Ha has already won this year the Stu Cells in Toronto.
Oh wow, was that last couple weeks ago?
Yeah. Yeah, it was just last weekend. So they're coming in hot. That's great for me. I play them, I think, the second game of the Slam, so.
So you're studying.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not missing too much right now, so might just have to play well.
Yeah, they're certainly very close on everything. It's just almost comes down to the sweeps we've seen today have been the misses.
I agree.
Or a little bit of an under curl right out of the hand they're curling it.
Yeah, a little bit heavy or a little bit under curl have been the misses.
But I guess the difference between 3rd in the world and 30th in the world is how close they are on every shot.
I agree. They're playing a hit and roll here, not going for the double. They decided they want their 2 this end. We will see. Can't see Ha jamming regardless of where they roll to, but crazier things have happened. Seeing the curl.
Another little under curl possibly here.
Really, really close though. But yeah, just under curled.
Still in the realm though, so should leave a double. And we'll be going back to Chugsville.
That's why you're speed drinking your wine,
Yeah.
just to stay safe.
Can't get a new one before the end of this end or I'll be at risk.
Yeah, it's snowing outside. And I think it's cooled down quite a bit, so that might be why we're seeing the ice conditions be a little bit faster, be a bit colder in the
straighter.
rink. Yeah. Yeah, it was sort of a shock here in southern Alberta. It was 20 degrees, sunny, thriving this afternoon, and Kyler and I drove in a snowstorm, 7 p.m. So sort of hard to adjust the ice when that's the weather conditions. This one's moving though. Sweeping it the whole way. It doesn't look too bad. The double is hard. I think it'll be another either hidden roll or maybe you're bold enough to freeze. They're gonna at least think about it. I would have already put the broom down.
상대 내가 여기다 붙이잖아. 그럼 상대 그냥 날리잖아.
I would play the hit and roll to keep the blank alive, but
이거 아니면 이거.
freeze is okay too.
Yeah, hidden rolls are tough out here. This ice, it looks like, so whichever they can make. The freeze isn't a terrible way to keep the blank alive too if Ha just wants to rip after they're all said and done.
일단 딸수 그냥 프리즈가 낫지 않아 지금은? 여기 프리즈 하던 여기 프리즈를 하던.
We have confirmation that we have snow. Accumulating snow on grass.
That is devastating. If anyone is listening from the Calgary or honestly anywhere in Alberta, they know we've had a terrible summer. It's rained every single weekend but July, except Mike keeps reminding me that his son's wedding weekend it didn't rain, so got lucky that weekend. I didn't. Poured.
Jacob got married?
Yeah.
일단 A가 지금 적어져. 호프에 있는 거. 사이드 쪽으로 많이.
Oh, wow.
Cute. Oh my god. It's a good year to get married. And they opted for the freeze, which is, this makes a lot of sense of how Team Gim plays actually. They'll be close on this. They're really choking up the broom though. They moved that in. Oh no, it's not too bad.
Another thing with these teams with the, kind of skip by committee is they're happy to change the call in the hack and keep talking.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of, Canadian skips, they want to, decide, cut the chatter, and then if they do want to switch, they go back down, chat again with their third. But they talk right to the very end before they throw.
Yeah. It's almost a testament to how good the vice skip is to put down the broom, regardless. They all pay attention. They all know where the broom needs to go. And no mistake here. We'll see Team Ha, either you could nose it or you could play the rip and go to blank.
Yeah, I think we prefer if they stuck one yellow in the house, but
really good for them too if they do. And a nose hit's harder than you think out here, but if they make it, it's pretty much a force. We'll see Team Gim maybe try the double. It'll be there for sure. But
yeah, they can't get too cute trying to stick around. So they'll probably just end up ripping it and take the blank.
I agree. And it looks like that's what the call is.
Yeah, you definitely can stick on the far left there with Peel. It's just
yeah, that's you can. These teams throw a lot of rotation though.
Yeah.
And it's way harder to stick these peels. Really good for blanks. Really good for runbacks. It's and great for chases, honestly, because you get that way later break and it still will go. But to stick around on a peel and even those hidden rolls, it's a bit harder,
라인 좋아.
more rotation.
와, 와. 와, 야. 와.
Looks really close though. I do not think they're sticking around, but
Oh,
they'll
look at
pick
that.
it clean. Yeah.
That's going to be a force, most likely, unless they try to run the blank. But
Yeah.
looks like they're going to draw.
And mistakes were made in the booth as well because Kyler chugged his wine regardless. So.
아이고, 같은 라인 잡아줘.
So it might not be blanks full for Team Gim, but it definitely was for Kyler.
같은 길인가? 1619. 1619. 아.
Glass is blank. What do I do now?
잡아가는 쪽이었긴 했어.
So a little bit of a pressure draw. She just threw it.
Yeah. You'll see some skips make the mistake that they can come down to the backing, and she definitely can't here. With this ice, it'll go right by. So just a cold draw.
좀만 살려갈게. 안갈 것 같아, 수지야.
And the sweepers like it.
시작하자마 찍어줘.
I know their one sweeper jumped it right away, but there's not two sweepers on it, and looks pretty close.
14-5, 14-6. So
Yeah, no mistakes there. It's
great speed.
great. All right, and that'll take us into the break with Ha in the lead. All right, we're back. We see Team Ha with a little bit of a strategy change. They threw the winger. We don't actually see that as often anymore in the game. It's fun. I like the winger.
Yeah.
It used to be a quad ago. Tracy Fleury used to play that shot all the time, and they were the masters of getting two that way. They'd just split the rings. Everyone would be too afraid not to hit it. They'd either blank or get two.
Yeah,
But
very nice.
와줘요, 5.
Team Gim here is stacking their centerline guards, which I love.
라인 타이트.
Team Gim has no fear.
No, they actually don't.
They really did take their lumps for the first, I don't know, however long, 5-10 years that they played, and they stuck with this aggressive strategy, and now it's paying off.
I would agree.
The thing with the aggressive strategy is you really can't have a bad miss in the end if you are going super aggressive.
I would argue differently, actually. Your skip can't have a bad miss,
Yeah,
but
yeah, you just like there's different types of misses. If you miss really bad at some point, they might get a 3-ball on you, but or 2 half misses in a row.
yeah. That used to be my MO, like way back when I played first in the women's circuit, was just to throw every rock in the rings and hope that I can freeze on my last one.
That was also our MO when back when I played with your husband, Jeremy Hardy. When we played the top teams, we really tried to bung up the center, just like Team Gim is doing here, because
여기 프리즈에도
you know they're gonna play higher percentage than us. But if we can hide a couple of rocks, that's how we kind of snuck some points in.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you're playing the top teams, we were like a bottom 50 team. If you're gonna lose in 8 ends, you might as well lose in 4 ends and
Yeah,
just move on.
yeah.
Get your draw weight out of the game anyway.
Yeah, it was usually just double centers, suicide draw around, and pray that they don't make some run back on you.
I don't think that's the case with Team Gim here. These teams are pretty even. They're probably
Yes.
just confident they can make a lot more shots, but
Yeah.
not the case. If your juniors listening, that's how you beat the top teams too, or lose really badly.
Yeah.
We see a little bit of mistake here. To go back T, some viewers will think that's good. It's on the button, no harm, no foul, but back T's not the best shot here. They probably wanted to stay top T on it.
근데 결국엔 얘가 걸림돌이어서 그냥 같이
So
아니면은 이거 그냥 하나씩
Team Ha is gonna look at peeling here. They're talking double peel or single peel, and
같이 나오기는 나와.
I agree. They're
건드릴 수 있을
and although I don't understand them, there's a little bit of debate. They know as their double peel's probably going back into the middle there. I'm not sure if they really mind at this point, but
90.
yeah, I'm a big advocate of trying the double peel.
저거
Otherwise, you're just gonna push it back in the lineup,
yeah.
라인이 중요하다.
and then your third or your skip is gonna have to make it.
Yep, I don't disagree. Especially when you're up, like Team Ha is, they really just need to score here. Saw a big set on that. It's still curling.
Oh,
Not terrible. But I think they wanted to see both rocks go there, and none really did.
yeah. It's gonna open the door for Team Gim to guard again.
Yeah.
Team Gim is laughing right now. They're happy.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't really see either team, Team Gim or Team Ha, miss like that often, so
Yeah, the tolerance would be a bit wide and just
Mhm.
single peel.
might have got in their head that they didn't want to jam on their rock
center,
on
yeah.
the yeah,
나가면 안 돼. 기다려.
or their rock in the 8-foot if they did
안 돼, 안 돼,
shoot
안
it
돼.
really wide, but they had a good set. They had a good set on it, so it just curled up.
예자 와.
And we are seeing it move quite a bit
예자
in the
와.
middle.
어쩔 수 없어 그냥 와. 예자 계속.
So I think they were guarding there. That'll do the trick, but little bit heavy.
만약에
Yeah.
열면은
And almost wide open as well.
우리 것
Yeah.
때문에.
Not great angles for double peels right now.
No, for sure. They really just need to get rid of that
나가잖아.
high yellow though.
Yeah.
하나만 어때? 그냥 하나만.
They're gonna come down and discuss things a little bit.
우리 것만 발라낼 수
Bring in
있어.
the extra, you know, the front end is usually smarter than the back end, so.
Yeah, I don't disagree. That's why I have a front end player in my back end as well. Jerry tells me when I'm wrong. still peeling, but I think there's a little bit of a debate whether they wanted to peel essentially the corner guard.
Yeah, just not great angles for jams and things like that. They might
No.
clip it, but it does kind of jam.
I agree. The corner guard's not super hurting them right now either.
You know, they're just thinking 4 rocks ahead. If they peel this, they put it back, peel it again, put it back, peel it again, and then what do, right? So
Yeah, exactly.
if you do clip something, at least the angles change a bit.
I agree, and I think that's the goal. They aren't going to.
They're probably going to hope that a lesser good guard is put up, and then they can make some sort of double.
Yeah. Weird enough right now in the game, guards are quite hard to put up. It's easier to come around your guard than to just lob one high, so
Yeah.
not terrible. Just waited out one rock. Team Gim switched turns here, too.
It's interesting.
Yeah. I don't know if they've played this turn in a while. They just played the out turn, so.
Let's see if
Yeah. I would get absolutely berated by my coaches for switching turns.
the one thing with them is practicing so much and seeing so many clubs is I don't think they get as scared about things as we do.
No.
Like switching turns and things like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't get scared either if I was already in the Olympics.
But we are seeing it's tighter. It's good line, but it's a bit tight. A little bit of a miss, so it's going to allow.
It's going to allow double peel for sure. And,
Yeah.
and the angles actually, one rock and the angle switched quite a bit.
So
I think Team Ha's in the advantage now.
it could have been the switch and turn that caused that little bit of a miss.
That's what your mom would tell me. Yeah.
Threw it amazing, just wrong turn.
Yeah. I'm seeing the double peel, but maybe they're seeing something else here. Got all 4 members of their team down.
I would want to make a lot of noise on this shot.
Kyler, you always want to make a lot of noise on every shot I've ever seen you throw. I skipped against you once this year, and you didn't throw a draw. You won, so it's fine. But I don't disagree. I think I'd want to make a lot of noise here as well.
I don't know exactly how. Basically, you just want to see an angle change.
Yeah, I don't think they care if they feather the yellow. They're playing the out turn. I thought maybe we'd see the in turn get rid of both rocks closest to the center line. And even if they feather that yellow, it's fine. They just need to score 1, but they're playing the corner double peel, I believe. Or maybe the straight back run.
I think I saw them signal towards the corner.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
that will send it back into the house.
Either way, they're playing this to make noise.
Don't want to find a hole here.
No, they really don't.
Which
This might work out.
that's really good.
Yeah.
Leaves center guards, but
These center guards, I would argue it didn't work out that well. Yeah. Weird, their last out turn hung quite a bit, and this one curled up on them. I don't know if the release was a bit soft. They called it out of the hand. Kyler's going to time this one for us, see if it's running a bit fast. The sweepers like it, though, I believe. Maybe a bit heavy, but it's really close. 14-8. They get by this red, it's a peach, and they do.
really nice.
No mistake there. Really capitalized on a couple of missed double peels. Team Ha's still going to have a chance here.
Yeah, nice run back opportunity here.
Yeah. They could make contact on everything and stick around,
That would be
which I think is what they're trying to do here.
really good.
Then you'll see a bit of a momentum shift. Really, really close. No mistake there. Sitting 2 after that. Kim's gonna have to decide whether they want to play the double or come around. Really, really bold if they come around, because that run is pretty easy down the middle.
Probably gonna hit and roll.
I agree.
얘 살아 있어서. 때리면 하우스 안 들어와서. 좋아. 8은 너무 타이트해.
This is nice. You have one sweeper clean your rock for you, and
근데 이게 바깥쪽이. 그래 여기 잡자.
The other one give wisdom.
yeah.
민지 거 1번 잡았어.
It's nice though. The sweeper gets the feedback on the difference in broom between the 2 draws.
So are they drawing or hitting?
I don't know.
앞에보다는 티가 날 것 같긴 해.
I think they're drawing, but we'll see when they come out of the hack. I think I would be hitting, but I play with a little bit more fear than them. And I don't say that lightly because I don't usually play with a lot of fear, but the perfect shot, weirdly enough, if they are drawing, is to actually come like back 4, so that when Team Ha, I think, is gonna be a no-brainer to play the run. If they stick it, Team Gim will have a freeze on the next one. But this is really taking off.
Gotta get by here.
Yeah. And it's really close. Oh my god, sweepers made that one.
It is quite short.
It is quite short. The run should be pretty easy. And they might be able to roll behind the corner as well. Yeah. Which is the problem with the draw. You have to be perfect.
Yeah, I
and
think
even
back
if you
4
are,
would have been create more space.
Yeah. Yeah, just got tricked a little bit wider out, and it might have slowed down on them. Unless you have the hog to hog, and you can tell me different. Yeah. A lot of talk on this one, and I don't think they're talking about the shot. They're more or less talking about the line and the weight to make it. Seems like maybe a mindless shot for the viewers. You shoot a little bit high side, and you've probably got 3, but when you're playing Team Gim, and Ha knows this well, if they roll a little bit wrong, all of a sudden their 3 could be a blank, and I think they want to make sure that they have all the information they need to make the shot perfect. And they're sweeping out of the hand. But this looks pretty good to me.
Yeah. Gonna sit 3 here.
Going to sit 3.
Really good.
Great shot. Now, this is interesting because Team Gim could come around. It's actually a really hard shot. But they're playing against 4 right now, so they're gonna gamble the game here if they decide to draw again. Megan Edwards put in the chat that it seems really early for snow. And I don't disagree with you. But it's like the Thanksgiving curse here in Calgary. I think it snows just so often. Not complaining in northern Alberta, like.
It's already got a foot.
Yeah. No. I'll take a little bit of snow on Thanksgiving to not hit minus 50 in January. No problem. Sorry, Dad. They have opted, I'm pretty sure, for the draw.
Wow. Oh boy.
I know. Which is, yeah, they're drawing. Definitely Team Gim style. If they make this is a huge momentum shift. They're sweeping out of the hand. It's really, really moving, but their sweeping's very good.
Gotta go here.
Skip thinks that they have room.
That is a beautiful draw.
Great shot. Sometimes as a skip you think maybe it's okay to come back 4 on this just to make sure that you're buried, but then they have the hidden roll or the in off. So perfect spot. The run back isn't even straight back now. So
Gonna need a good one here.
yeah, 4's still in play, but it's really hard.
So run back for 4.
Yep. And they're giving a little bit of ice for this. I'll be curious to see what kind of weight they play. You gotta think Peel, but they've thrown so many run backs this end. They know the line really well.
Let's see.
Out of the hand. You really close though.
Really close.
Oh no.
Oh, just missed it.
Just missed it. So being bold paid off there. Yeah, you play a hidden roll or a double on any of those rocks, you're probably giving up 2 and you're going to go down, but
we have a tie game.
Now it's a tie game. Awesome. We'll go to break. All right, and we're back in N5. Could have been game over,
Yeah.
really, in the last end, but we have a tie game.
What a draw by Team Gim, and Yeah, like you said, gambling the game.
Yeah.
Little tiny oversweep on Hawes last and didn't pick the one off the forefoot.
No. No, it's going to be interesting at the slam. Next week, there's a rule where you can only blank one end. The women's game isn't seeing as many blanks at all. We have Team Ha, Team Gim dictating the play in a lot of places, and you won't see a lot of blanks from them. But
Yeah.
the men's side definitely has some problems with the blanks.
Yeah, even the slams in general, especially in the round robin, there's not too many blanks. I guess when you're making the rules, the most eyes are on the finals and the semifinals. So
Yeah.
that's when teams are really dialed, making those big triple peels and all those things. So trying to limit too many blanks in a row. And then obviously in the 10 end game, you want to save time. And you have lots of time, so lots of blanks there in the 10 end game.
Yeah, that's fair. It's weird. There's sort of two mentalities in a 10 end game. You either waste the first couple ends saving some time, or you go hard and know that even if you give up a big end, you probably have enough time to get it back.
Yep. I don't know if there's a stat on it, but I would argue that there's definitely more blanks in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Especially, you get out there for a final, you're like, yeah, let's just run the rocks up and down and get comfortable.
Yeah, and you might see in a slam final or a Scotties or Briar final, you don't really want to sell the farm in the fourth end, so playing a shot to potentially give up 4 like Team Gim did might not happen as much once you're in a do or die.
Yeah. I would like to see the one blank rule in a 10 end game. It doesn't change the 8 end game, a ton for me, but I think in a 10 end game it would be super interesting because that's a lot of ends that you can't blank.
Yeah, when you watch 4 games at once, it's easy to stay engaged no matter what.
Yes. Yeah, this weekend I could have 8 games probably on the screen.
I have a hard enough time just following one game, but I'm glad you've got 8 going at once. Little bit of a mistake here, and we saw this in the other games as well. The ice might be coming down just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw Team Gim with an opportunity to put one on the tee line, and they came up quite short, and then Team Hawk came up short as well.
Yeah. And Haw has hammer, so definitely not wanting to guard there.
Yeah, for sure.
It's Team Gim with the opportunity to really freeze one on here. See if they can add a bit of weight here. I'll get a time to see if we're slowing off.
Perfect.
I think the wider you go, the better the ice should be. It's just down that center line that usually gets slow, but let's see.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of talk in the hack, though. They want to make sure they get this right.
Yeah.
I'm shocked they're actually not playing the tap. Not that this is a bad call. Just
Yeah, this will actually maybe leave a double if made perfect.
exactly my thoughts. And it curls enough that they should be able to get away with it. So I say that as it's really, really moving.
I did get a 13-9, so let's see how slow it's getting.
It's gonna wick.
So earlier in the game we were 14-5, 14-6, and now at a 13-9 that only would have made it to the tee line. So maybe we are about a 0.5 seconds slow right now. Or I missed it by a mile, but we'll time another one.
Yeah, we'll get it right.
So do we have any updates on the other games on the sheets here, Kayla?
I actually don't have a lot of updates. Team Ueno Constantini is tied in the 4th end, 1-1. Yoshimura McMillan are tied 1-1 in the 5th end. And Scoffin and Selkirk are 7-2 in the 5th end for Team Scoffin. And then Kui De Jong, I actually don't know. We'll maybe grab a live update instead of one off a curling zone. from the booth.
So hit and roll opportunity here.
And looks pretty good.
Looks really
Oh.
good, yeah.
Maybe just under rolled a hair.
So Team Ha putting the pressure right back on. It's been all Ha this game, honestly. Gim just made a really good draw to get out of the fourth end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's why you play with a lot of rocks and play in juniors.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if they have 4 in there as long as you got one good one.
Exactly. Just have a good skip.
It also could have been handshakes and McDonald's, but we are now tied going into the 5th.
Yeah. Hard right away, but they're calling it up. Maybe a little bit of a miss sweep.
Yeah, the one thing about they have great sweeping, but they use them pretty much at all times on every shot. So
Yeah.
if you're not curling, you're holding it straight, and I don't know if it hurts them much, but definitely, you know, a little under curl there.
Yeah, Jeremy told me this year as I go into the slams that my favorite word should just be clean.
Yes. I
And
think that's everyone on the sheet's favorite term, but
yeah,
saying it is tough.
it is tough. And Team Ha is not sitting in a bad spot, but weirdly enough, they're actually worried about the run double from Team Gim at this point. So they're trying to see how they can defend the run double and also that short little run, red on yellow to the
Yeah.
forefoot.
Looking at maybe clearing the front.
Yeah, isn't a bad call at all. That's sort of how they got in trouble last end.
Yeah.
We will see here they were struggling a little bit with making contact in the right spot. Might be just a straight peel anyway, though.
Yeah.
Maybe they want to catch the one on the 12 foot, but
I did hear clean for a moment there, so beautiful
uh,
shot.
yeah, really, really good.
Clears it up a bit.
Yeah, clean, easy breezy.
Hard, clean, hard. One clean stroke maybe in there.
Well, it's hard to get much when you're throwing a 6-second peel, Kyler.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, but if Team Gim makes this well, we could maybe go to blank square on this. Clean, but I don't know if it's going to curl enough for them.
Yeah. Bit of a miss sweep again there.
Mhm.
Mostly under curls tonight.
Yeah, almost all under curls, and normally this team really, really makes those, so
The draws seem to be curling in nice for them. It's the hits.
yeah.
And they haven't missed many draws on either side. It's just the hits are under curling.
Mhm. And we'll see here what Team Ha wants to do. Theirs is floating back, actually.
Oh, we got a nice little switch on
I love the switch.
the
Try to
sweeper.
get the absolute most always.
The outside sweeper kind of recognized it was going to be curl the whole way and switched her on the back and helped curl it.
Yeah.
That is athletic and awesome.
Yeah. Pure talent, honestly. Like,
You see some people do the backwards sweep, but that is a new version of helping it curl.
why go backwards when you can rip around in that speed?
Yeah.
Good for them.
I would be a little angry if I was a skip and I had to call straight and she wasn't there, but
That's just good sweeper IQ, I think.
yeah.
예자.
So making up a bit of time here. We're just hitting a couple rocks in a row.
Yeah, and it's going to roll over to that other red.
We'll leave a double.
Mm-hmm. Leave a double. We'll see if Team Ha wants to play it. They might use that rock as a pseudo corner guard, but the run's going to be very, very easy. Sort of sets up the blank, though.
It definitely does.
Yeah.
I would be definitely looking at this double and being really happy with the blank and an odd end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, tied
Yeah.
as well. And they've sort of dominated every other end, so they gotta think they're gonna get their chances. Hidden roll, looks like.
Yeah.
And quite a bit of ice.
Let's see if
Oh.
the team wants to do something else here. It's not great when you're skipping and all three players are standing behind the hack. Like, no, we don't want to play that.
Yeah, I don't disagree. You've
But it-
probably done something wrong at that point.
It looks like the skip overruled everything and they're going to play the original call.
Yeah, I don't mind the original call, honestly. Like, if they're trying to get the blank, sort of risk-free. You play the double, and Team Gim is going to try to roll it behind the center eventually. And I think Team Ha's played Team Gim enough to know that they're quite good at a hidden roll. I know they didn't make the last one, but they're normally bang on.
Yeah.
They switch gears a little bit. They're going to try to roll. Unfortunately, gives Team Gim a little bit more opportunity to force at the very minimum if they don't roll over and try to steal the send. Team Gim, the skip is actually a runner, and she has some crazy times for her half marathon. I think she runs a half marathon in an hour and a half, and then 10K in 40 minutes.
Oh, wow.
So she's a curler second and a runner first, which is talent, pure talent.
I think my 10K is about 80 hours, because I would only do about 2K a day.
It's more of a roll.
Yeah. Depends how fast I'm driving in my car.
Yeah, you're about double her height, so her legs are moving at triple the speed of yours.
Yeah.
It's 'cause she pound back wine. A little bit mistake there. It's shocking to see so many hidden roll mistakes, actually. Team Gim could have rolled past that guard a little bit and been half open on the other side.
Yeah.
Just because it's in the top of the rings now. But we're going to see switch gears from Team Ha. They're rolling around their own centerline guard, or their pseudo corner guard, a little bit off corner guard here to try to get two.
Yep, so all under curls. Let's see if we can curl enough to get a roll here.
Yeah, maybe time this one because I'm curious to what they're shooting at this. Call low right out of the hand. And a curl.
And she was going to switch around the back, but she'll stay on the straight side. And she's needed on that side, so 11-5.
11-5. So does curling there, honestly. That's quite a bit of movement.
She almost got caught going around the other side, but she got back in time to straighten it out a bit there. Definitely have not seen that before. I don't watch this team a lot, but it's very interesting.
Yeah, it's more common than you'd think, actually, on the women's side. The men's side, you can sort of get away the whole game just with one sweeper, honestly, but in the women's game, it's never bad to have two on there. It only helps. Yeah, when I play mixed doubles, I call line from the sweep as well. I don't listen to a word Jeremy says as the thrower. So I can respect a little line calling, vibing it out from the sweeper.
So a hit and roll to sit to.
Yeah, and now we will see. Oh, yeah, just an easy clean.
So a bit of an overcurl and not too bad. It's a good force.
It is a good force, yeah.
Wanted to
And
force her to make a harder shot, but this will be a wide open force.
Sort of switches momentum here. It was all Team Ha in the first 2 ends, really.
Yeah.
Now, or even in the first 4 ends.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing a force, which is actually going to put Team Ha at a disadvantage for the first time all game.
Rock is clean and ready for her already. Doesn't need to clean her rock.
That is just a blessing.
We wish, right?
Yeah, my sweepers do a lot for me, actually, so I'll never complain about standing at the other end doing nothing for a full 30 minutes while my sweepers put in all the work. No mistake
Perfect throw
there.
here.
Yeah. Easy. And we'll go to break.
Welcome back to the Autumn Gold Curling Classic. We've got a great game between Ha and Gim. It is 3-2 for Ha, and Gim has hammer. It's a theoretical tie for the most part. Ha tossing the center guard and then the come around, and Gim tossing a corner.
going to see a little bit of a freeze.
바운스 없긴 해. 라인 진짜 좋아. 바운스 돼도 돼. 계속. 계속. 라인 진짜 좋아. 계속. 야, 글쎄. 민자. 민자.
Great freeze there by Team Gim.
Yep. Team Gim, no question, has draw weight almost always. A little bit shocking there when they shot a bit heavy there in the first couple of ends, honestly. We're seeing a freeze right back, so this will be a fun end.
Yeah.
It's a little bit interesting. We are re-ranking the teams based on the current World Curling Tour rankings. So the A Team Gim or Team Ha, with how they've done on the tour so far, will be the A #1 seed. And we'll play a C-ranked team, the lowest ranked C team. But right now in the C, it's no slump. We have Silvana Tiranzoni grinding it through the C division right now.
Wow.
Yeah, so either way, playoffs won't be easy, even though they are coming out of the A.
Yeah, so that's a bit of a different format to reseed like that.
Yeah, a Dan Babala special there. And if anybody's ever curled in Alberta before, especially on the men's side, Dan comes up with some interesting rules, and I don't even mind them. It'll be quite fun. I remember one year at Autumn Gold, we had the luxury of, I think, being seated like 30th in the world and came out of the A. Had to play Jennifer Jones in the quarterfinal. Lost. So don't mind the little reseed there. Give our A teams a little bit of an advantage so that Team Gim or Team Ha doesn't have to go ahead and play Tiranzoni in their first draw.
So is it 2A qualifiers or 3?
Yeah, 2A qualifiers, 2B, and then 4 out of the C.
I have heard a lot of curlers talk about picking their opponent. That would get a little bit catty at times, but
I actually don't mind picking the opponent.
Picking the opponent.
As a player, as an event organizer, that is absolute hell. That means we have to be texting teams at I think 11 p.m. to pick opponents for the 9 a.m. draw. But we do what we can, honestly. I think reseeding makes it a little bit more beneficial to play out of and win out of the A, but we'll see if we get any complaints.
Yeah, I do think it's good to give them a little bit of more of an advantage just because they are sitting for an entire day tomorrow waiting for Monday.
Yeah.
And then you do see a lot of teams come out of the A and then come up against a hot C team and lose the quarter, but yeah, it's
yeah, and sort
nuances.
of the old school way of thinking is the B route's actually the best route to come out of. You play a few more games on the ice conditions and you get a little bit more familiar with the rocks, the ice. And if you could guarantee you come out of the B final, you probably play it. But both of these teams have been here all week, so they know the ice, they know the rocks. I don't think any of them is going to feel too happy to come out of the B, being in the A final. But yeah, it was sort of the old school way of thinking to come out of the B is probably the best way to go.
Yeah, this is definitely an old school triple knockout draw. Everyone loves them because it's very fair. You need to lose 3 times to be out.
Yeah, I love a triple knockout. Haven't played one this season, probably why we haven't qualified. But no, I think it is the most fair, and even if your seed in the first draw isn't exactly who you think it should be, it tends to work out a little bit more than in pool play. Dan would argue with me, and we've had this debate lots, that no matter what, if you want to win the event, you have to beat all the good teams.
That's true.
But qualifying is just as important nowadays. So I would argue the trip was a little bit better.
Yeah, you do see it a lot of the pool play events. 2 losses can put you out for sure.
Yeah.
So it's just nice to know how many losses will put you out.
And we're just being asked if we can turn the audio up a little bit on our mics. Sorry. And maybe it's because it's the last draw of the day and we're actually just getting tired.
Yeah.
We're quieting up a little bit.
And you gotta speak up here.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, hopefully that's better. If someone can text me and let me know, the audio's been turned up. So.
Are you sure they meant us, Kayla, and not the players?
Probably mean the players. Like, nobody wants to hear us talking.
Yeah.
Well, text me if you want to hear the players as well. I definitely want to hear what the players are saying. These angles are quite interesting. What would you do here, Kyler?
I don't know. Who has hammer? What color?
Team Gim has hammer.
So red has hammer.
Yeah, red, sorry.
And yellow shooting, deciding what to do. I think I would throw an out turn, come around to the top 4.
Sorry, red is deciding what to do here.
Okay, red is deciding what to do here. Yeah, good question. I think they are confused, and so am I. Just kidding.
That's why you don't skip anymore.
They are looking like they're playing a tap split to me. Roll behind the corner.
I really like this call. The yellows, although they're in the top of the 8-foot, are actually not terrible to end up wrapping one around in the end, which is exactly what Team Gim did to Team Ha. So a little bit of karma, and I think they know that, so they'll try to move some stuff around. Okay, and Jerry's telling me that's a lot better. Perfect.
Okay, perfect.
And he wanted to hear from us. So I'm glad someone does.
So this is over curling.
It is, and they're throwing quite a bit of weight at it.
Oh, that's perfect.
It is
almost.
really
Rolled a little
close.
too far.
Yeah. Yeah, it really did.
I'm just shocked at the weight call there.
Me too.
I guess if you hit it a little... No, either way, you're probably rolling a little too far with that weight.
The fear always, I feel like, with these splits, and we're seeing them a lot more, is that you can leave the team a double back. In this case, though, now they're going to hit in lay 3, so...
Yeah.
It did move the angles around. The steal isn't looking as possible, honestly, and maybe that was the goal.
Yeah. Yeah, they would have really liked to be buried behind that corner, but...
Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, Team Ha ever overrolls here, which is definitely possible on this ice. There could be a triple, which is horrific for us, because a triple will roll out. Kyler has no drink, so it's just me. They're taking quite a bit of ice here. Almost the same amount of ice as Team Gim took for the tick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Must be throwing a little bit of lightweight.
I like it. They were sort of overthrowing their hits in the early ends.
There is a lot of sweeping right out of the hand.
Yeah. Never good thrower feedback. People are sweeping right out of the hand for me. No, I've missed the pro. But not these guys.
So that was 11-6, which is about board weight.
Yeah.
Not getting a full roll, but pretty good. Half buried.
Yeah.
Almost.
Under rolling always.
Yeah.
I mean, you never want to play that too cute and somehow nick the guard, but they had quite a bit of space.
Yeah.
Doubles are there now, I think. Curls enough to make something, but the hidden roll is not terrible.
Looking at a run back even.
Oh, I would love a run back. I think that's the call, but it's really hard to miss everything over there, and you could even run and roll and you're in a really, really good spot.
근데
But
만약에
Yeah.
스테이만 되면은 진짜 안 좋을 것 같긴 해.
If they nose, would they be first shot?
이렇게 맞아.
Or
I
if they
s-
rolled
they-
a little?
이렇게 맞아.
they would be first shot, but
성.
they're getting forced. There's only
인턴으로
5
살짝
rocks
안쪽만
left to
주면 돼.
come, so
성도 괜찮아.
Opting for the run back.
yeah. And just for the fans, Team Gim really wants 2 here. 1 is fine, but that means you have to force the next end, which is no small feat right now. And they get 2, they are at a huge advantage. So they want 2, and it's not too scary, where they could give up a steal here. So I don't think they're too worried about a steal. That Team Gim plays with fear.
수지야, 이거 진짜 와야 돼.
In
Curling
that hit
all the
high
way.
here.
계속.
Oh no, it's okay, but
Clears the center and gets 1 off.
as Team Ha, do you ever debate just stuffing? Yeah. We'll see them maybe come around this corner just so that Team Gim can't use it. They
Yeah.
don't even have to be fully buried. They could literally be edge on edge with this shot, and Team Gim's gonna have a really hard time scoring too.
Yeah. So they're sitting 2, but they are not in a good stealing position. They're just trying to block the deuce now, hold
Yeah.
them to a force.
약간 나란히 느낌.
Could throw a center guard, but it gives the opportunity to Gim to come around.
Yeah, or play a hidden roll, and all of a sudden then you're looking at maybe a bit of bigger end. The force is very much alive right now.
We are definitely seeing a bit of a slower pace with all these team meetings. Teams taking advantage when there's no time clocks
Yeah.
to chat.
Yeah, and that's the biggest issue, I think, blank versus no blank. It doesn't make the game as boring as these big team discussions, unfortunately, that are happening. And this isn't just women's, it actually happens more on the men's side,
Oh,
I
for
find.
sure.
The women tend to be a bit faster, but the men really talk through every shot. I wouldn't mind if I were throwing suggestions into the wind at the slam to have a shot clock for one of their events and see how that runs. And that's not just because I can throw a rock in like under 30 seconds as a skip, but it'd be interesting to see how many more strategy errors and line errors and stuff we can sort of force by just not taking 5 minutes to discuss every shot.
Yeah. There's not a great solution to the time thing on tour.
No.
Not enough volunteers to time shots and things like that. I haven't heard anything. There's timers in chess where you have to click your timer when your shot's done and things like that, which is possible. And we did use chess timers at a mixed doubles event. Yeah, very interesting, but tough to enforce.
How did the timers work at the mixed doubles event? Obviously, we have these conversations lots, but
Sorry, it wasn't a chess timer. They actually got volunteers to
I
time
see.
each team. My bad.
I see.
But they were the size of a chess timer. And yeah, they were so tiny, and if you didn't keep an eye on your time, we were about to lose a game on time, and then luckily Brett Gallant was like, you guys realize you have about 10 seconds left, right? So we would have lost if he didn't tell us, but we ended up actually winning the game because he told us to go throw our rock, our last rock.
A true noble player of
Yeah.
the game.
But yeah, we're gonna see team meetings on almost every stone here for the last 4. Yeah, just not. The blanks you can counteract because you can put rules in play, but the time is tough.
I would not mind a chess clock. As a skip, it gets pretty cold sometimes.
That's true.
No, but I think that's part of the issue. How could Team Gim not talk about the shot when Team Ha just spent a long time talking about theirs? Yeah, if both teams are going to use all the time they can now, unfortunately, it becomes a little bit of a cycle because when the other team's making their shots so perfect, you want to do it as well.
Yep. So it looks like they settled on a hit and roll across house.
Yeah, hit and roll. It's a hard shot. They'll definitely get shot out of it. I think Team Ha will have something no matter what to force, whether it be a short little run back or on their yellow or a pick out. Sweeping right away. It's really, really moving too. It'll roll and
Go, go, go. Okay, so just a little bit short on the roll.
yeah.
Gives the opportunity here to sit 3.
Yep. Should be no other shot.
So, yeah, so there's basically 3 choices. Roll one way, nose, or roll the other way.
Both
So,
are all are forcing.
yeah.
Yeah. All are forcing. And all shots are giving Team Gamma draw to the forefoot too, or a double to score their 1. So a little bit trivial there. I think Team Gam will have something regardless.
I think they signaled the nose, which would be really good.
Yep.
Kind of teases Team Gim into a double or a draw to the forefoot.
Looks pretty close here. I think this is a pretty easy shot for all of these teams out here.
So dead nose, and
Yep.
let's see what Team Gim wants to do here.
They're debating a hidden roll off the one that shot rock. To me, this is the most difficult shot, but they have a lot of places to roll. They just haven't seen it. But anything your skip thinks that they can make at this point, you just say yes to.
Yeah. Big pressure shot.
Yep. I would argue the draw against 4 is maybe a little bit higher pressure, but
Yeah, this is easy compared to that.
yeah.
They
Everyone
like it.
really likes it. Just a clean. Oh.
And there it goes.
Luckily, I think they can hit nose. I know they haven't really discussed it, but like they can hit a little bit. It's fine.
It's perfect.
Literally no problems there.
So we have a tie game after 6, Ha and Gim.
Yep.
수지대! 수지대! 네, 센터 물리긴 해. 그냥 와줘. 멀리 세우는 건 어쩔 수 없어. 너무 급하게 들어왔다. 안 돼, 안 돼. 안 돼. 뭐 기다려볼까? 수자 와. 아, 민자 와야 돼. 민자 와야 돼. 많이 보여. 민자 와야 돼. 많이 보여. 더. 잼 나는 게 제일 별로일 것 같은데. 12.
All right, and we're back in the 7th end. Saw a centerline guard come up, not on centerline. Did that just overcurl Kyler?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm glad you were paying attention. We got some new drinks out.
Team Gim trying to force here. Team Ha trying to get a deuce or a blank, or
Yeah.
3 is fine.
They're playing this hidden roll the hard way to not jam, and no mistakes there. It's really good.
Advantage Team Ha, not the best setup here for Gim.
Yeah. They are definitely going for it, though. Sometimes you'll see teams play a hidden roll or double or something, but just a freeze to the back 4. I don't hate it. I actually love the call. I think worst case scenario here for Team Gim is they don't want to give up 2.
기다려. 진짜 기다려.
Seeing this run a bit heavy. There's 2 methods we're seeing on the 2 or on the women's side. I don't know about the men's side. It's probably more sweeping forward, but on the women's side, if a rock's heavy like that and there's backing, you'll see maybe our team go for the knife right away to carve it over to hit the backing. And we'll see Team Gim, and I think even Team Ha and Corinne Brown was also really known for it to just let it stop and carve over on its own. Pick up some fresh stuff, hopefully, or both are, there's no argument, both work. Seen both work, but
Yeah, it's probably minor. Depends who's sweeping it, maybe, on if it's going to slow down and curl more, or
yeah.
if just letting it be would curl it more. I think it's definitely an argument on almost every team. Should we be knifing this, or should we just let it stop?
Yeah. Yeah, and I think there's actually a threshold. So for the knife, there's a threshold to how much pressure you need to put on the rock to make a difference.
Okay.
And we hit that, I believe. God, you gotta hope. My sweepers know if we hit it, but I don't. But I don't know, maybe Team Ham and Team Gim don't. And that's why we're seeing them maybe just back off a little bit instead. Great guard, though. A little bit of a mistake on their freeze, but no mistake on the guard there. It's perfect, and that's hard to do for sure.
Team Ha's going to rip it off.
And we'll probably see it being replaced at least a few more times. You're seeing sort of a change. We're seeing a little bit of a change in Dynasty. Oh, just lucked out. Low-key, probably the best thing that could have happened. A little corner tick to a corner guard with Peel.
Yeah.
And you keep your shooter around. Yeah, we have last Olympic cycle, Team Kim actually represented South Korea at the Olympics, and now we're seeing Team Gim, and I believe Ha is a little bit younger. So a really good program coming up for the Korean teams here.
Yeah. So we have another team timeout here.
Yep. That's why we got new drinks.
Yeah, very exciting seeing the programs grow for sure, and a little scary, definitely, how good they all are. And you see Japan is massive now. So
Yeah.
many teams in every event. And even when you see a new Japanese team, they're damn good.
They are. Canadian curlers a lot of the time will complain that these teams are full-time curlers, and maybe we're not quite so much at the full-time curler level, but I think we're going to see a switch in the game to get there, because Team Gim, Team Ha, all of them had their Olympic trials so early that they had to be on the ice. Same with the Japanese teams as well. So these teams are making shots because they're probably in mid to late season form already.
Yep.
And on the Canadian side, we're still in October. So not too long ago, people could have weddings in October as a curler, and it wasn't quite
And
curling
harvest.
season yet. Yeah.
So I will give a bit of an update here. We have Team Ueno versus Team Constantini. It's 2-1. That might be a little bit old, but one of the wild scores, Bailey Scoffin versus Hillary Selkirk. It was 8-2, but then Selkirk got a 5, so it's 8-7 now over there.
I love to see that.
So that'll be a barn burner coming home, which should have probably been handshakes, 8-2.
Yeah, and that game's actually being streamed. So if anyone wants to take a look and wonder what happened there, they can go back and look at that game. It's streamed on Sheet 5 at the Okotoks Curling YouTube channel.
And then we got Yoshimura versus McMillan. It's 4-2 for Yoshimura.
They're playing a hidden roll here. And the double is tough to stick in the rings for.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we got fresh drinks. Could be Blanksville here, and I think it might be another team discussion. We'll see if the whole team comes down. Logically, I think you play the hidden roll, but could leave a double potentially, I guess. I don't really know what the other call is. Maybe I'm missing something here, Kyler.
No, I think it's the hit and roll.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
Okay.
just talking about line and weight and stuff, but.
definitely a lot of team meetings.
Yeah, 'cause this is thirds first.
I think if I had to propose one rule, it would be for the front end to come down. I don't want to take the front end out of the strategy talk, but for them to come down, I would like to see it be called a timeout. And you get 1 to 2 timeouts a game. And that would just be them crossing the hog line here. That's basically all I've been able to think about over the years on limiting the time.
It's not a terrible rule. I haven't heard of that one. This is tight. They might go for either.
A wiki ticky?
Yeah. Oh, that is just so tough to do. I'm shocked. I'm actually shocked that I have never seen. Hopefully that happens at the slam next week. God. Everybody cross your fingers for me. I don't think it will, but that is.
That was a very small hole and
Yeah.
just ticked the back.
Yeah. And no hesitation by Team Gim now. They're hitting the last yellow in the rings, and they might have a force on their hands.
Yeah.
They're sweeping out of the hand, but this looks pretty good.
Try not to leave a big pocket, which they won't.
They won't.
By
There,
rolling there.
there is a pocket. It's Team Howard, to be so bold, they could just play the double in the back and hope that Gim sets up another double for them to get out of this with a blank.
What are you playing here, Kayla?
I'm probably ripping the double in the back, to be honest.
Just right on the schnoz, or?
Yeah, although I would be really happy with a blank. Really, really happy with a blank.
Yeah, you could hit and roll in front. Play the double.
Mhm.
You could freeze.
You could freeze. The freeze is, there's no harm, no foul with the freeze at all. You risk maybe a little bit more chance of getting forced, but the freeze is a really good call as well. It just depends if you want to go up in the last end, maybe without hammer, or if you want to keep hammer. And I'm sort of a control freak, so I don't mind keeping hammer.
Well, yeah, I think the odds are around 90% if you're tied with, so not a bad call. Wanted to stick there so that they could group the stones a bit more. I don't see a world where Gim is not hitting this yellow stone. They're looking at who shot for a while, but I think they're going to be hitting.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Maybe they're
You could
worried about.
freeze, but
I think maybe they're worried about the double. They don't want to set up a double for the blank since they've played this whole end. Not two. So I looked up the ages of both of these teams, and not to call out ages on the live stream, but Team Gim and Team Ha are closer in age than I thought. I know Team Ha played U25 events last year, and their average age is a flat 25 across the board, and then Team Gim's only at the average age of around 28. So they'll be playing each other for a long time, and they're quite good, so it's going to be a constant battle, I think, between these two teams, or at least these 8 players if they make lineup changes along the way.
And for how long we've been watching Gim in the slams, they're pretty young. That's surprising to me, 28.
Yeah. Yeah, in Canada, the peak age for a skip is around like 30 to 35, I feel. Then
maybe 40.
Yeah, true. Then you have your wisdom behind you that I don't have yet. But these teams work so hard. They're pushing Canadians to the max, I think, right now.
Yeah.
And they're getting that wisdom and that shot knowledge way earlier in their career. Yeah, it's tough. They're freezing here, I believe. Really bold call. If they freeze perfect, it's force straight up.
Yeah, I think they're happy to tap it an inch too.
Yeah,
make
for
sure
sure.
It's not, shot rock.
Yeah, and I think that's why they're going, because line looks pretty good. And so
Don't want to come up light and set up a double.
I
That would be disaster zone. But they're going to be really light.
They
but
are light.
Still sitting 2. We might have to ask Deb here.
Yeah, let's check it out with Deb. I'm never sure, literally.
Deb says red is sitting 2. So she's definitely right.
Yeah, and so confident, actually. It wasn't even a debate in her mind. She glanced for maybe 5 seconds. Team Kim took a minute to make the same decision, but Deb's got it in 5 seconds or less. I'm still not confident. I've been looking at the screen for a long time now. Gotta think they're playing the double. It doesn't jam to play the double. Even if it does, and they get rid of all 3 rocks, it's a blank.
Yeah, I think they're even happy to just make the double and fly out of the rings.
I agree.
Go for a blank.
Yeah.
If you ever did hit it thin and stick it, though, you could change gears and go for a deuce.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very thin. It's less than a quarter.
The tolerance on Team Gim's shot was actually to choke up the broom a little bit and come up heavy.
I agree. Just tap that a bit and you probably got the force.
Yeah, you didn't need to be perfect there. You just couldn't be light. But they're sweeping out of the hand. And it looks like the jam. Let's see.
Good sweeping
really
there.
Great sweep.
They don't get the double, and they do fly out, but good chance to force, I'd say.
Yeah. So, what do we know? Tolerance is light. Yeah, really, really good chance to force here. And that is exactly what Team Gim wants.
I would say Gim got away with one there.
Yeah. And that's sort of been the story of the game.
Yeah, it has.
This game could have easily been over in the fourth end.
Yeah.
And Team Ha missed a run that I know it looked hard, but they don't normally miss.
Yeah.
And
it was definitely for 3 or 4.
yeah, which would have changed the momentum of this game completely. And even this double that they just missed is not something that happens normally. So Team Gim's getting quite a few breaks.
Yeah. So they did signal for the nose, which probably gets the force.
Yeah, and just like any passionate skip, you call it out of the hand. You haven't even released it. I really think it's going to be pretty good, but really
you know,
great shot.
I honestly like that better.
I do too.
So let's look at the stats here for a moment. Do you ever rip one of them out and go down one with? Or do you go up one?
That might be something for the scouting report. I think it really depends. I think against Team Gim, you don't mind taking your one, forcing, and going into an extra.
That's fair.
Yeah, but
I think by the stats, that is the better way, 60-40, something like that. But, you know, I wouldn't be shocked to see Kevin Cooey peel this out and try to get his deuce.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked to see a lot of men teams peeling this out and trying to get your deuce in the last end.
Even if it does go against the stats a bit, some skips would just rather that last stone in their hand to try to get a deuce.
I agree. There hasn't been too many deuces scored in this game, so they've played each other enough that and no mistake there, perfect. But they played each other enough; they should know what the other team is feeling. But we'll go to break. All right, and we're seeing a centerline guard up. First shot of the game. A few methods to the madness here. Doesn't matter. Team Gim's throwing up corner guard anyway. Sometimes you see teams lob one in the forefoot just to force the corner guard. Because the other option is, of course, Team Gim could come around that center line guard.
Yeah.
Play an easier deuce.
Yeah, I guess they know each other well enough. Like, they know they could put a center and then come around, or they could put a top four and then center.
Yeah.
So either way, the two yellows end up in the same spot.
Mm-hmm.
앞에 한번 이제 봐.
The other option for yellow is a
15.
double center.
아니,
We'll
아니,
see.
Yeah.
좋아.
We've been seeing that a lot more, so we'll see what happens. I love it. I love the double center.
Me too.
So
So they're going to come around,
Yeah.
and they still might be able to double center if Gim doesn't make a play at it.
Yep.
But we'll see. It's definitely a little, little mind games, and what's the other team going to do on these first four rocks?
yeah, you just have to figure it out by watching. Luckily, these teams play enough on live streams and on TV that you can sort of vibe out their strategy. It doesn't change too much.
Yeah, and I think that's one characteristic of a top skip, such as yourself, Kayla, like just kind of knowing teams' tendencies and where to place your lead stones.
Yeah. I'm always surprised by the fans that think that Leeds rocks don't matter too much. They pretty much dictate the whole game, and I know we cut them off live streams and
Definitely on TSN.
yeah, and TV games quite a bit, but for example, in this case, they throw the center line guard, and Team Gim could have come around. They could have thrown the winger, or they could have thrown the center line guard. Whereas if you throw it in the rings, then they could either play the delayed or play the corner. There's not too much they can do, so just forcing the other team to play something maybe they don't want to.
나이 많아. 에이트 한번 봐. 그냥 와.
They could have came around their corner here, but electing to freeze.
Yeah, and I got some good advice on this because people always complain that nobody uses their corner anymore. But the corner
잘 봤어.
drove and it's just coming up a bit short, but the corner actually drives Team Gim to be ahead in the ring, so now they have a rock that is just one shot away from being a deuce, opposed to if they came around first and let Ha freeze on top of them, all of a sudden Team Ha is one shot away from a really hard force / steal. So the corner just allows you to sit on top of that rock that your opposition threw instead of the other way around.
A lot of the times when the corner's not used, it gets used on the last stone
Yeah,
for
nope.
a big run in.
I'm not complaining ever about a corner run, and that rock looks pretty nice for a run, so
Yeah.
I'm sort of hoping to see it.
14-7.
We've got the slow knife here. You see that little slow knife? A
Yeah.
little bit controversial, but teams are still playing it.
We did get our new rule last week out of the World Curling Federation that you have to use a new broom head every game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know how many people know this, but it was proven that a dirty broom head is super effective. I did see one video where a dirty broom head could melt the ice. With
Yeah.
A male sweeper was just sweeping in one spot and it melted the ice completely. So that's how they proved that a dirty broom head is illegal, I
Yeah.
guess.
And we saw that a lot with the black foam controversy that we saw like December, January last year. Everyone was playing black foams with dirty broom heads
Wow.
to get more friction.
Yeah.
So no surprise that it works on the new foams as well that are regulated to play with.
Yeah. So the direction is for teams to try to use a new broom head in events like this, but in top events, Olympics, Worlds, it's going to be mandated brand new
Yeah.
broom head every game.
Yeah. I don't mind it being a suggestion in these. First of all, as a person that's on the committee, there's no way that I'm going on the ice to check broom heads.
Right.
Our volunteers are here for like 12 hours. a day, so we're not going to ask our volunteers to spend more time talking to teams and checking every single broom head every single game.
It's also very expensive. They're like $30 a head.
Yeah.
And not every club, including this club, has a pro shop to sell them. So
Yeah,
if you don't have enough for the weekend and you run out, that's tough.
that is tough. I don't disagree. Really good shot by Team Gam. And the benefit of throwing the corner pays off a little bit now that you could set up that little run. But yeah, I don't disagree. I remember I always sort of played my team with a fresh broom head-ish every game right from juniors, but I think I remember your team using, your second used one broom head all the way through like 12 events or something one year. So, and it was no strategy, just affordability.
Yeah.
These when you're a tier 2 team, it's hard to make ends meet if don't have a lot of sponsorship and you're traveling around the country to curl, so it becomes a little bit of a problem.
Yeah.
He's a great sweeper though, so maybe it was a strategy.
Maybe it was the dirty broom head all along.
Yeah, at that time you were also playing with like illegal foams, so there was a lot going on.
Yeah.
Illegal heads, the whole thing.
This one's taking off.
It is. I'd be shocked if they don't make this though. Both teams are known for their chases. Yeah,
No mistake.
no mistake there.
So Team Ha sitting 2 again. They were in a bit of trouble a minute ago, but they're out of it now.
Yeah.
So just cat and mouse here to not give up the deuce.
나 아까 여기 스테이 범퍼.
That's the most stressful thing. That's why you almost never want to be forced. And it used to be a lot more crazy, but skips used to play any shot for 2, because going into the last end without hammer, you're looking at like a 15% chance of winning the game. So
Yeah. And the no tick rule hasn't changed the stats too much.
really close to this guard.
Oh,
The sweeping saved this. And now Team Ha has a little bit of a decision to make. The roll isn't what Team Gim wanted, but it's not a bad result. Both shots you can't nose and be shot rock on. So you're going to have to roll either one. Or you just are so bold to draw.
Yeah, lots of danger both ways. This is a classic last end with a bunch of rocks in play.
Yeah. Do you like this call, Kyler? Or are you hitting the one in the top of the 12 there?
I think I would just nose the one in the top 12. What do you think?
Yeah, I was sort of thinking so. I don't think Team Gim's going to get to use this rock at all. Maybe if they were to split the rings, but that one in the top 12 is the one that they'll use eventually. You got to think they're making a hidden roll on that yellow soon, and then Team Ha will be in a bit of a pickle if they make it really well, regardless of how well they make this shot.
Yeah. Any shot's a good shot if you make it perfect. Like if you roll into the side 4 here, great shot.
I agree.
But I like to call with a little bit of leeway. There's not much leeway on this shot.
They're sweeping out of the hand, but it really looks close to me, so.
And that's very nice.
Great shot. I don't think you can make it much better than that. I think that if they were to roll any more, they'd be a little more outside of the 4-foot, and Team Gim would have a hidden roll to be shot.
Yeah.
That Team Ha would have a really hard time getting out. But now even if they do hidden roll, Team Ha will have something back.
I think I like the intern draw to the, top button T-line here in front of that yellow. They're going to hit it.
They're playing hack. I don't mind that either. However they want to get there, if they make it, is good. If they want to remove the stone or they want to sit there, it's all fine. Team Gim is just such a good draw team. if they ever were to have gotten frozen on that, it's pretty good. But hack weight here is not bad.
수지야 나 진짜 와야 돼. 수지야 진짜 많이 와야 돼.
Curling the whole way.
수지야 이거 와야 돼. 그냥 와야 돼.
Oh,
계속 와야 돼.
that's one of the more wider ones we've seen today.
Yeah,
계속 와야 돼. 와야 돼. 와야
they're
돼.
gonna make
와야 돼.
contact, but I don't know if they're sticking around. It looked a bit up to me.
It did. It
Yeah.
did.
뭔가 약한 걸로 가고 싶었는데. 아.
Really good chance for Ha now to hit that red in the top 12.
I don't think you ever usually see mistakes like that out of Gim.
No, I've actually been shocked with both teams, and you know, honestly, maybe this year with the Olympics, teams have been going way harder than they normally would, and I'm talking about two teams that play 13 events a season. But they've played a lot of events in a row now, so maybe just getting a little bit tired, unfortunately, or maybe just not enough practice with all the events they're playing.
Yeah.
And there's no practice on Sunday or Monday when you make playoffs every weekend, so.
And when you play in the slams with massive swing, like, let's say you get a little tired and you go back to what you know. She might
Yeah.
have just gone back to, you know, that big slam release.
I agree. And last slam too, it was quite swingy and quite heavy. And it's swingy here, but got a little bit more leeway with the draw weight. So no mistake here though. Perfect shot.
Yeah. So, what do you like here?
They're gonna draw. That is really, really bold because I think Team Ha's gonna make that short little run.
You know, if you were gonna draw on this shot, I would have drawn on that last shot that they rolled out on, but
I
I
don't
don't-
disagree.
I don't know much, so
Yeah.
we'll just see how this plays out.
The
They
other
are tightening up the ice. It's only 3.5 feet of ice.
The other option, weirdly enough, is they have enough room to make the double and roll to the corner,
That's true.
which would have opened up
라인!
at least a chance.
맞아.
Looks like this is over curling. It always does, but
진짜 맞아.
It
their sweeping's
straightens out.
excellent.
Yeah.
아니야 그냥.
Where are they
하나만 해.
gonna go? 13-9,
Perfect.
right on the turkey. Thanksgiving.
We'll see if Team Ha. I think they're thinking about drawing here. I would have already put down the broom for the run, so.
Yeah.
But they've got the draw, so not a bad call. The draw, if made perfect, still leaves opening for two. With that hidden roll or the outturn draw, whichever one, because there's enough swing to get by that top 12 rock and still sit shot. But they might just be setting it up to play the run on the last.
Yeah. If they can get to the face of this, it's really gonna limit the scoring area. But I wonder if it's good weight, if you could just tap it a hair, that would be really nice to get it behind the tee.
I agree. Team Gim got by that guard by
Not much.
0.
And
room.
Ha is taking 6 inches more ice,
Yeah.
so we'll see.
천천히. 아우, 약간 세. 잠깐만. 세.
The sweepers think it's a bit heavy. It's got some big swing to it though, so could slow down.
Don't want to be heavy and chap off here. That would be maximum pain.
Yeah.
But it
When
looks
I mean,
perfect.
yeah. When I
Very perfect.
Great shot. You cannot make it better than that. Team Gim has that hidden roll / double now. Do you save that for your last? Maybe. But
I like it now. Just,
yeah,
I don't know. What else do you do if you don't do that? You could peel. You can't. I don't know. Could you peel? What could you do?
you definitely can't peel at this point, I don't think. If you peel and Team Ha noses, you've got to draw to the pin to get your one.
That's true. So
Which
this
hey,
is
they could make, but
the only call.
Yep.
So yeah, even if you're a bit thin on it, you could come down off the back of that yellow and possibly sit 2.
Yeah.
You don't want to smash your own red out. That would be disaster.
The only other option is you could play one more freeze, and then if Team Ha does decide to play that run, you have this on your last for 2. But depends how bold you are, because then you're throwing against the loss all of a sudden.
I'm a little curious where the broom is. It's almost like they're just hitting and rolling to the button instead of the double.
I think
No.
they are. I don't mind it. Whatever they want to play. I know that they've been hitting high side on some of these heavyweight shots, so maybe they don't want to take the risk.
So like board weight, hit and
Mhm.
roll to the button.
Yeah.
Team Gim.
It's close. It's really. I think they've maybe flashed.
Oh, that one really took off. Almost want to flash and leave it there for your last. That one really died and curled on him.
Yep.
So they did leave it there, but it's a lot tougher and of an angle. It's still there to hit and roll to the button.
I agree.
If you're Ha,
Mhm.
do you rip that side one off? Or do you make the run and sit 3 or 4?
If I'm Team Ha, I maybe play the center line run. Then Team Gim has really, really tight port to score, draw to pin. They're not even looking at it. That's okay. If this has more room for error, that run, I just know they're quite good at running, so I'm pretty.
Do you ever come off your own yellow and try to pick the red off the button? The one on the side?
No.
Because that's, right now, Gim's only shot is a hit and roll off that side.
Okay, bold. I think if they don't do anything, Gim could probably come around and just draw to all they can see of the button there, but maybe you and I have 2 different perspectives on it.
I think that's there. I just think that's like a 5%er to hit button. Because the one that Ha's looking at now is blocking the path a bit to
Yeah.
the button.
That's why I'd leave it and play the center
leave
line
this
run.
one. It's blocking their only other shot.
Exactly.
You play your center line run or just rip off that side yellow, and what do they have? But this is going for the game winner here.
Yeah, exactly. Center line run and or either run in its
Yeah.
force.
As
No
long as
question
they make
about it. but-
contact,
Yeah.
it's almost game winner, right?
Yeah.
So I guess I like it.
Yeah, both these teams are not afraid to have to make a shot. Really close.
Curling.
To curl, the tolerance is always to be high side here. This is really
Perfect.
close. Perfect.
So it's going to be a very tough shot to
Mhm.
take this to an extra.
Yeah.
Luckily for Gim, the path is fully open now to draw a side button.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can get it in there.
Yeah.
Really nice shot there.
Really great shot. Exactly what they wanted to do.
I guess they decided we don't want them to have a chance at 2. Let's just, make contact and
Yeah. Yeah, we saw in the last game, Kitazawa threw a spinner for 2.
wow.
Perfect to get there too, and
That was actually, I could see a
So-
spinner if they didn't move anything there.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw that shot on YouTube or whatever. It was amazing.
Yeah, so teams are getting quite good at it.
No, I actually noticed they kicked it off before it stopped spinning. Like, it was going to be perfect, but, like, with a spinner, I think you got to let that thing stop.
They're sweeping right out of the hand here. And I thought they took minimum ice, so this is really interesting.
They're really going on it.
They are. I think the line looks great, so if I'm a line caller, I'm saying it's perfect. But
Hard. They don't seem too panicked. And
It's
just like
perfect.
that, it's on the pin.
yeah, going into an extra end here.
And I think that was one of their most calm shots I've seen today.
Yeah, I think
Just-
my heart was racing more than
Yeah.
Team Gim's. But okay, we have some bonus curling here.
We will be right back.
All right, and we are back. Kyler, as a skip, extra end is probably one of the most boring ends to call the first 4 shots of the game for. They're pretty standard. You'll see the guard either high or tight. It doesn't really matter now that the no tick rule's in play, and then another guard and 2 wrapped around the forefoot. Maybe you get a mistake and get the opportunity to tick one, but
Yeah.
probably not with these 2 teams. Do you like the new format of just drawing to the pin straight up? I think Team Gim wouldn't mind that
Yeah.
after that shot, but
Well, let's see in this game who started with hammer. Haw started with hammer, and now they're going to have hammer in the 9th.
yeah.
I guess they deserve hammer in the 9th because they won the draw to the button at the start of the game.
Yeah.
But at the same time, why do they deserve the 90% advantage versus Team Gim in the extra?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you deserve a 90% advantage if you won hammer in the first? But they also could have lost hammer and not had hammer this end.
I agree.
So-
They also got 2 on one end to even get to the extra.
Right.
So did a couple things right. Team Gim with I don't know if I jinxed them, which I definitely could have, but they didn't hit the center line on this.
So here comes the tick.
Here's the tick. I think it looks pretty good.
I think the draw to the button format would be really good in tour events especially when it's a 3-hour game. You know, get it over with and draw that button. But it's a lot of money and a lot of time invested, and you want that extra end, I guess. But
Yeah. I've actually never had to draw to the pin, even though we've played a couple events where that's been the extra end. Although extra ends aren't super common.
민지 안 돼. 수지야.
Maybe we're taking it to a bit of an extreme here. A lot of
think
ends don't even go to all 8
Murphy's Law, whenever there's a game over 2 hours 45, it's going to go to an extra just to make it 3 hours.
just so the ice makers don't have to go
진짜
home.
수지야 만들어 와.
This undercurled again.
They have lost a ton of curl here, Kayla, and I don't know if it's the weather or what, but they're only taking mid-8, and that didn't even get to center there.
They have one of the bigger sets on the tour, actually. Or just watching them throw now. They used to not, but I don't know if it was a change or what happened, or just the slam was really, really curly. They have a huge set. The men are actually going to measure their set in inches, so they measure a 1-inch, 2-inch, 3-inch, and 4-inch set, and I would say that Team Gim set is above that right now.
So they don't play these ticks very often, but we will see a miss.
We'll see it. We'll see a miss. I think it was just overthrown.
지금은
Leads don't even practice them that much, I don't think, anymore.
Yeah, it might be something to practice, You make a final and someone's off the center line. You want that tick made, right?
I agree for sure. I would almost argue, and Tyler Tardy was the king of arguing this way back in juniors, but if your lead can put it top four instead of playing the tick, and you could guarantee that every time, you maybe never play the tick.
I would agree.
Yeah.
The worst is not top four.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any miss there, and you've got a lot of rocks in play, right?
Yeah, no, I I don't disagree. I'm definitely playing the tick, but I see the argument.
Yeah, if you knew it would be there, I would definitely play that.
They're not even looking at the double peel here.
Yeah, I think I said this earlier in the game where I would always look at the double peel no matter
Oh,
how.
they are.
Just
maybe?
the single?
Just the single. Okay.
But my core belief is no matter how hard the double peel looks, you try it as soon as possible, because otherwise it's going to get pushed up the line.
Sometimes it's not a bad thing to get pushed up the line, Kyler. I don't know why that's such
If you have
an
a really
extreme.
good, if you got Mark Nichols, yeah, let's push it up the line.
So you just never like your thirds, hey?
I just think you want more chances at the double peel.
I don't disagree. Yeah.
Especially now, these rocks are offset, right?
Yeah.
If you peel the single, they might put that guard, perfectly in line.
I
shot.
agree. In this case, I think you definitely try the double peel. I don't think there's a lot of risk. Maybe I'm missing something there with risk. I think they're trying it as well now. They've changed turns, but if the guards are perfect, it's okay to not risk a stuff. And you're probably only getting rid of one anyway if they're perfectly on the line as a 3-in-1 guard. But what do I know?
It's a little different on my team because we throw 5 seconds, so.
Who's we? Just
Andrew Nurpin is insane. Okay.
Oh, sorry, I am just jinxing
That is
this
disaster.
team.
That is disaster.
I actually feel really bad. I didn't see a lot of risk with that, but that was the risk. You could hit too high there, which unfortunately has been the story of the game, to just hit a little bit too high.
Even just from the start to the end of this game, we've lost curl, so it could be, it is absolutely freezing outside right now, so it could just be.
Bold, it's like -2.
Yeah. I was outside walking in the +20 today, and then walking into this rink, I almost moved to California today.
Yeah, honestly, you sort of would. Just text Darren up, be like, hey, sorry, I'm actually an American now.
Yeah.
Fair enough, Kyler. Honestly, that is just really, really unlucky for that stone to jam and roll into maybe hit the forefoot is really, really unlucky.
So another guard, and Team Gim really getting a couple, I don't even know what to call them, but a couple of misses this game.
Yeah, we're seeing
help
misses
them out.
by both teams. You just talked about it being straight. This one overcurled by a full rock. And this is, I think, a chance to get rid of everything.
This would be a nail in the coffin.
Yeah. So here it is. You put a lot of onus on your skip to make game-changing shots, but in extra ends, your second and third actually make them all. Because this changes it from your skip having to potentially throw a draw to the pin or an open draw to the rings to win. This looks really close. I do not know how they could get that unlucky. Sometimes the curling gods are in your favor, and with Team Ha right now, I don't know. That was really, really unlucky.
So another chance to guard.
Another chance to guard. They haven't adjusted the broom, maybe a little bit, but maybe just getting a little bit soft. It's quite late. It's 11 p.m., so just not setting your rocks as much. Looks like a good set, though. Really healthy set.
The ice was made 4 hours ago, so you just never know how it's reacting.
Yeah, and they're just sweeping tougher line here, I think.
그럼 기다려.
And
수직
it's
거,
going
수직 거.
to be
그래, 수직
probably
떨어져야 돼.
their
수직
best
조금만 더 떨어져야 돼.
stack.
더 떨어져야 돼.
Really good. Double center guards. 18.3 seconds.
And now you're playing the double peel. So Kyler, if you knew that your seconds first rock was gonna jam it onto the forefoot, are you still calling the double peel on your seconds? Or
I would never call the double peel that they called. I would go for the two center ones.
well, I
I
think
would
that's what they were
never-
going for. But
I did see your signal towards the
Oh.
corner.
okay, never mind.
I would never rip at a corner that's not affecting you, and that's what they came off of. I would play always at the two center ones.
Yeah, me too.
And this, like this double peel is really tough now. Like it's almost not even there, right?
Yeah.
So just a single peel, I think, is the call.
Yeah.
Eventually, like they're guarding, and that one on the left is wide open, right? Eventually, you might see them hit and roll off that. It's just when do you do it? If you do it.
I don't think you're ever hitting and rolling. Maybe you nose. Nose is a great option because I think Team Gamma is coming around their guards no matter what. So if you nose, you have a slash to win the game. Don't even have to stick around because that yellow is holding on for dear life in the 12-foot there
기다려.
on the side.
수지 라인이긴 해. 예지 아니야. 예지 아니야.
But we'll see. I don't think they're gonna.
기다렸다가.
This one?
Advantage, Team Gim for sure.
Yeah.
Hod needs them
수지
to
거. 수지
make
와.
some angles here.
수지 와.
Or be
예지
a bit
갖춰야 돼
heavy.
지금은.
I think
뒤에 많이 보이면 안
they're
돼서
gonna
그래,
be
와야 돼,
pretty
와야 돼.
good, unfortunately.
For Hod, yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good, and it's even blocking, that red a little bit on the left.
Yeah.
So they're looking at hitting.
Yeah, the nose is not bad here. I don't mind changing gears. Maybe throw one more run back, but
Yeah.
Team Gim's on skip rocks now, so they're going to have to make a decision as well to whether they come in now or wait until last. Looks like they're just peeling the single.
Yeah.
I would maybe at least try the double peel here. You don't.
With the tolerance of, hitting and rolling wide.
Mhm.
Oh, but they've changed the
Oh.
call.
Okay. I don't mind this.
Yeah, I
I
like
really
this.
think that you play the double peel, but they might know something I don't.
Yeah, it's just interesting that the call changes so nonchalant as the shooter's about to shoot. Okay, so they'll
Okay.
get that one.
And they keep, yeah. It was going to be really, really unlucky if they got rid of that yellow. But no harm, no foul. That's a good shot.
So a couple updates. Team UNO beat Constantini 4-2. Team Yoshimura, it's a Japanese night, beat Team Macmillan 4-2. Bailey Scoffin pulled it off 9-7. And no score on the other one.
Wow, that is it's crazy because I think Team Macmillan was in the A starting off the day, so now I've dropped to the C. And same with Constantini, actually. We're starting the day in the A, and that's how fast things change in the triple.
Yeah.
So I'll preach at it, but maybe some teams don't want to hear me talk about how good a triple is.
So you're saying the C is going to be stacked.
The C is stacked with slam teams. Turanzoni, Constantini, maybe have Kitazawa in the C as well, I think. And more to come. Macmillan's in the C. Mira's in the C.
Park.
And Park. Yeah, it's a stacked C, which it always is at Autumn Cold. We're seeing a draw. Sounds like Team Gim is a bit worried about Team Hog nosing now and then having quite an easy shot to win the game.
계속 가.
They started knifing very early, but now they're holding it straight. And I do not see a lot of mistake on this draw. They're so good at drawing.
Yeah.
계속 가야 돼, 가야 돼, 가야 돼, 가야 돼.
Wants it to go further, but not a bad spot.
I actually think it's perfect. I don't think they want to. Maybe they called it to be top 4, but I don't mind it being in the 8-foot right now if I'm Team Gam at all.
Yeah. So we'll see. Probably see. There is a slash double that she's looking at, but you could just do the run back and roll off like she just signaled.
This is hilarious. But this looks exactly like my junior provincial final. In my last year, it's literally the same setup, almost to a T. My lead also missed a tick. And yeah, I lost.
Yeah, it does go back to lead stones once again. Super important. That guard would never be there
Hmm.
if it was ticked off.
Not that there weren't some double peels missed, and Team Ha's gonna have a shot no matter what it looks like to win the game.
So
Gonna be a team discussion. I'll be absolutely shocked here if they throw a draw, which they're discussing. Do you like the draw anywhere, Kyler? Is there any place you'd put this draw?
I only throw bombs. I don't know how to draw. So
Yeah, actually, I've never seen you throw a
I'm
draw.
ripping this back at those reds in the house as hard as I can. But I do see the value of the draw if you want to get your draw away and you think you're going to be drawing again next shot somehow. But
I think no matter what, they're drawing again on the next shot, but yeah, I guess they could win the game here. If you play maybe a team that you know isn't as strong at hitting, you maybe just draw and know that you're not going to have to shoot your last one. But
so let's say realistically you draw in half buried. They rip it out, you draw in again.
yeah, it depends where they go to. Team Gim probably's not going to play the rip. They could play a slash and sit right there.
If you get two buried, they can make the slash really good.
Exactly, yeah. There's a lot of places this can't go, and maybe a team that isn't as good at drawing would be a little bit scared to play this. But if they make this perfectly buried on the button, Team Gim is not going to have a lot, or maybe just biting the button.
Yeah, you do leave the double run back stuff up the center.
You do.
And Gim would sit amazing if she made that perfect.
I agree.
I don't know. I'd be ripping, but I think I see the value in this shot.
Me too. Maybe with the rip you always have to sort of make contact in the house as well. So maybe and Team Haas really struggled to make their run
the
back.
hits have
So
been tough this game. This looks real close.
it does look really close. They're curling it.
Gotta go for weight.
Gotta go for weight.
So shot rock.
Shot rock.
3/4-ish open.
Yeah. Either way, where they left it, they're going to have a shot to win the game. There's no question about it. I don't think Team Gim can do too much about that.
If Gim could try not to roll very far,
Mm-hmm.
then I guess they just draw again. Touch 4 foot.
Yeah, yeah. Either way, they were, yeah. Either one, they would have potentially had a draw to win the game. So it's whichever one you're more confident making. Obviously, if you rip all three, it's a pretty easy draw, but these teams make the draw to the pin all the time.
So Gim's trying to roll as little as possible for what she
Mhm.
can see.
Yeah, I don't even think she's playing enough weight to hit it completely out. She only wants to hit it to not be shot. Was sort of what they discussed, and maybe they'll change it in the hack.
I've seen that a lot,
Yeah.
but they seem happy this shot.
Yeah, they did choke up the broom a little bit, so maybe a little bit of a weight change.
No blank. That's the best part.
Yeah, we're not going into the 10th end.
Both teams wanting that qualifier spot real bad.
Yeah, they're yelling hard out of the hand. Skip's yelling whoa, so it's got to be close. I think this is really, really close. Yeah.
Oh, wow. She didn't roll. She hardly rolled.
Yeah.
So, you rolled the minimum that you could.
Yeah, and it's just a draw to the 4 foot now.
Yeah, and a slightly new path, just a bit wider.
Yep. Yep. And you've got to think this is what Team Ha wanted with the first
playing
draw.
that draw,
Yeah. So I think they're happy. Maybe not by the end, but I think that's the shot they want to play, and
Yeah.
I don't mind it. Full 4 on this, or just biting the forefoot. We'll see. How sometimes it's nicer out here
Yeah.
when you don't hit the slide path, and they won't hit it the whole way down. So we'll see if this fools them a little bit. Either way, a great game.
Yeah.
Both of these teams are going to have a chance, I think, to win it, regardless of who wins or loses this game. I think we'll see them both in playoffs.
Final shot, Team Ha for the win.
Yep.
Needs to get close to biting the 4.
Yeah, and they're sweeping out of the hand. I think low-key that's the way you want to play it, but the sweepers like it.
Is it nice out here? 13-8.
Oh, no. It is nicer than that. I think the
Will it
sticks, I'll
stop?
be
Will it
shocked.
stop? Oh, and
Oh.
just a little too deep.
And it's a win for Team Gim into the playoffs, and they're going to have a chance to four-peat now for sure. Tune in tomorrow morning to catch more action. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.